What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got to talk about Jaylen Brown a little bit today. Now, Jaylen Brown, he just signed one of the largest contracts in NBA history with the Boston Celtics, and the reason I'm bringing him up today is because some of the things Ice Cube has been speaking about as far as the NBA blackballing him, Adam Silver directly telling other brands and different things not to work with him, or the NBA is going to pull out and having non-compete stuff. So they put the big three in a box of a league that's competing with them, even though it's 3-on-3, older players, not in their prime, or guys that, haven't made the NBA. They're not taking players from the NBA, but for some reason, to me, it seems like the NBA may be looking at them and saying, oh, it's a market for that. So we need to get these guys out of here so we can do it. That's the only way I was looking at it, because they may try to throw that in All-Star Weekend or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jaylen Brown actually went over there to London and he played in their All-Star Game today. And he is an NBA player in the prime of his career. So I just wanted to give him his kudos, his flowers. We're going to check out what he had to say. Let's peep.
Why play today?
Having some fun with charity, giving back to the community, and supporting. That's it.
When you found out Jaylen Brown was playing, what were you thinking?
I was blown away. I was saying, asking was he sure he wanted to make this move? He was like, yo, I want to do this for the game, for the players, and it's a big move for the league. So, I'm excited. This guy's my hero right now.
Definitely you guys do things on the court, but also the mutual respect off the court. But what keeps you guys continuing to do those type of things?
Yes, sir. This is amazing being in this environment. Shout out to London. Shout out to the O2. Excited to get back to charity. Excited to be a part of this. And I appreciate you, Ice Cube.
Hey, man, we're blessed to be in a position where we can get back. Me being able to set the stage for the greatest athletes in the world. Hey, man, just call me the chef.
So we'll see you in a Celtic jersey this year?
Wait a minute now.
All right, guys, I'll send it back to you.
If you don't know why this is significant and you hadn't been following the story, I'm going to play a few clips to catch some people up to speed that may have missed everything Ice Cube has been talking about on his podcast run here lately, and I'll be back with my thoughts. He spoke with the Dallas Morning News today, and they said, you posted a video on your social media this week criticizing the NBA's treatment of the big three. Can you talk about that a bit? And Ice Cube said they've been doing things behind the scenes that nobody can see. They're discouraging networks from showing the big three, discouraging sponsors, those kinds of things. It's terrible, and it's been going on for 6 years. They don't own basketball. They think they do, but they don't. I like to say that nobody goes to their house and says, Mom, I want to play NBA. They say, I want to play basketball. They just don't like the fact that we've changed the game. All the stuff they're doing behind the scenes, I believe they're breaking a lot of antitrust laws. It has to stop. And he also went on Joe Rogan's podcast and Sports Illustrated, and this is what he had to say.
We're not trying to compete in any way, shape, or form with the NBA. We're very complimentary. So I don't understand why they would, do some of the things that's being done behind the scenes. They're
encouraging people to not do it?
Encouraging people to not sponsor us.
Really?
Yeah. Encouraging networks not to play us.
Really?
Yeah. Those things, we've been able to survive, but, at a certain point, it's just redundant and ridiculous, and we got to fight back some way, shape, or form.
Well, when I say the NBA, it's really the corporate suits. Owners love us. Owners want to invest in the big three, but they're not allowed because of the bylaws that's in the NBA contract. Players love us, GMs, scouts, they all come, hang out, enjoy the game. I just think it comes up to the top brass, Adam Silver, Mark Tatum, and I just don't think they like what we did with this league, and they don't understand how much it benefits guys who still trying to feed their families, still trying to extend their basketball careers, and guys who are new and fresh and want to get a look on the professional level from everybody that's watching the Big Three. So, I think they need to look past their feelings and look at, how many people that this league is really benefiting.
So when you hear all that, you see why it's significant for someone like Jaylen Brown to step up and do that. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have thought a player of his stature would have came and played in the Big Three in his prime. I mean, peep this. All these guys playing in the Drew League. You saw Kyrie in that league the other day, where he had all those highlights and dunks and everything. When you're using your voice and you're talking about black empowerment and different things like that, Ice Cube is owning the league. If you could play in the Drew League, the J. Crow League, all these other leagues that they have over the summer, I wouldn't mind you, suiting up for the Big Three, because I thought, that was one they absolutely couldn't play in. But I guess based off what Jaylen Brown just showed us today, it's not explicitly listed in their contract yet that they can't play against the Big Three. So a lot of things come into question when I see Jaylen Brown out there. I be like, are they officially listed as a non-compete league? Because there's no way that he does that if it is. So Adam Silver probably left it where, they're not officially a competing league with the NBA, but it don't change the fact that Ice Cube could still be telling the truth about all of the things going on behind the scenes where he's telling sponsors and different people like that not to work with him. Anybody that's been in business, or even if you're a recording artist or anything like that, you may have a good idea, and then you see your idea on a bigger platform, and you be like, these people don't even follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or wherever, but I am seeing a lot of engagement from people that's not following me. And then you go do your research and you see some of the people, that write for those platforms has come and looked in your story, been on your page, been commenting on your videos, or not saying nothing, but you know how you could see who been in your story. I'm just using this as an example, like that. This happens on the smallest of levels. People like your ideas, they steal them, and they just try to swallow up your league or your idea before it can reach the mainstream, because they have the resources, the pull, the sponsors, and just really the marketability that you don't have. All you have is a good idea and it's getting some traction, and so they try to do it to make it look like you the one that copied, where, they just saw what you were doing in the beginning stages. And I say all that to say Jaylen Brown, what he did, I commend him for it. Because you see a lot of these players talk about different woke things. Ain't nothing wrong with being woke up on a lot of social issues around you. But to see him proactively go do something about it after talking about, he wants to try to start the process of bringing Black Wall Street to Boston and all that, to see him go do things like that, it shows that, he talks a good game, but he also willing to get his boots a little dirty, at the groundbreaking level, to see things through. So I give Jaylen Brown credit, man. I'd like to see Kyrie, some of these cats, try to play in the Big Three too. If it's possible, man, give them a weekend, lend some of that popularity to LeBron, show up out there for a game. Play 3-on-3. Because I'm looking at people a different way now. And I ain't saying they obligated to. I'm just saying, man, please. Because I like this Big Three idea, man. I really like the league. And I promise y'all, if it goes away, you'll see the NBA or somebody else come up with something just like it to put it out there. You saw how close they was watching LeVar Ball when he took LaMelo overseas, and it was like, oh, so you can get to the NBA without college. All of a sudden, college can pay you now. They can pay athletes. NBA G League, they got this whole thing now. G League at night. Oh, we can pay kids hundreds of thousands of dollars and pay for whatever college they want to go to. You could have done that. You just got some competition. Somebody pushed you a little further to go in your bank and, to go deeper into your wallets a little bit. And so that's why I don't like what's going on behind the scenes with this league. And I commend Jaylen Brown, man. I got so many thoughts on this, but I really, really want to hear from y'all. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.